Man reveals horrifying secret in his backyard.
911, where's your emergency?
I killed some.
Oh. All right. That's okay. It's a good way to start.
Buddy.
Who did you kill?
I don't want to say right now.
He says this is where he buried the body in here. There's the shovel.
Spoilers. Yeah, what the fuck, man? You spoiled the whole video.
He says it's not very deep either.
He was a bad man.
In the late afternoon of July 21st, 2020, dispatchers at Marion County receive a disturbing
What state?
of July 21st,
He was a bad man.
In the late afternoon of July 21st, 2020, dispatchers at Marion County receive a disturbing 911 call.
What state?
At first, police officers are hesitant to believe the man who claims to have committed a heinous
Marion is in Kansas, dude. There's like Marions in like every single state.
crime. But as officers arrive on the scene, they quickly discover that getting to the bottom of the truth will be no easy task.
Gotta be Wisconsin. This is EWU, guys, not Code Blue Cam. You want a king size or regular size? King size, because I'm a king. Yeah, you could just do king sizes. I'm just gonna move on.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's John Wells.
Get him a
John
kid
Welsh?
size, Davey.
Yes.
No, please.
Do you have any type of
I don't have any
on you,
weapons.
sir?
I don't have anything. I don't want to. I'm just trying to drink my. I'm not doing anything wrong right now. I'm just.
Sir, I promise you, I'm
That's
not
all
accusing you of
the
doing
size you
anything
can.
wrong whatsoever. I'm just trying to know what my officers are walking into.
The guy's buried here.
You buried the person at
Okay,
your
he
house?
gets the mini. Come on. Okay, just give me the normal size. Because just come on. I'm not a king. I'm not.
Yes. This is a confession. I'm going peaceful.
Police are soon dispatched to meet with the distraught caller, unaware of what they're about to get themselves into. The following footage has never been seen before.
I killed someone.
Okay, where at?
I killed him here.
Here at this house?
Yes.
How long ago?
This was about a couple months ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Damn, he's been sitting on this for a couple months. Okay.
Who was the person you killed?
I'd rather not see it right now.
Okay, well that's, how am I gonna know if somebody's missing or what you're saying is true?
Because the person was very estranged and very outlawed.
Where's the person at now?
Out back.
Can I go look? You don't mind?
I don't know.
John's reluctance to give details about the victim leaves police questioning whether his story is true. So, two officers begin their search of the suspect's backyard.
Like, at least point him in the right direction.
Hang out the ordinary neck.
It's a riddle? Yeah, it sounds like he's sending him on like a riddle. He's like giving him a quest. The body's in the back. Go find it. Here's a shovel. Start digging, coppers.
Huh?
I think he's just distraught. I mean, I don't really have too much sympathy for someone who killed someone.
2 months ago.
No. You're saying it's 2 months ago?
Yeah.
When the officer returns to ask for a more specific location, John is quick to share exactly where he buried the body.
There we go.
Where at in the backyard? What area?
Under the left window. Where the flower, the garden is. That's where he is.
Who is it?
Some older guy that he just met that day.
His claim that the victim was nothing more than a stranger will not be the first of his many lies today.
Okay, I was about to say.
Separating facts.
You want any type of chip? Or just a Snickers? Do the Fritos, the barbecue Fritos, the Twisties, the Twisty Pops Fritos, the best kind of chip ever, and no one can tell me otherwise. Right, guys? Did you just yuck me? Don't yuck me.
Fact from fiction will be more than a challenge.
Worst chip? You're just okay. You're just trying to piss me off. You're rage baiting right now.
Given John's apparent state of intoxication.
So, why would you, obviously you're saying you killed somebody, so you're admitting the homicide and that he's here, which we could easily find out if we start digging up your yard. So why would you withhold the guy's name?
Do you know the guy's name?
We would just kind of like to get a head start, seeing if we can find out if he's been reported missing or nobody even knows he's gone. That kind of stuff, you know?
Despite their repeated questions about the victim's identity, John appears hesitant to share any crucial details.
Why?
I don't
though?
think so.
Sir, do you want me to go ahead and give him a call?
Like he's fully confessing. Why not just go all in and tell him everything?
I don't think so. I think he was a piece of no one wants.
Can you tell us just so we can check?
Jasper.
Is it me or does he seem out of it? He's drunk. He stands like Eminem in 8 Mile. Paul with it, Paul. Got a party in the back. Gotta dig it up like that. Paul.
That's all I know. That's all I know his name to be. And he was a black. That wasn't the reason.
Well, I'm not saying
That
was
wasn't.
trying to
But that was
who he was.
That wasn't the reason.
Your Eminem impression keeps sounding less like Eminem. That sounded exactly like Eminem. What are you talking about? That sounded exactly like Eminem.
Yeah, nobody's saying it was.
Where was he from, do you know?
Wow, is Eminem in the room with us right now? See? See? Blabby knows.
He said he was from Colorado. He said he was from Colorado.
He goes on to explain that he met Jasper through a neighbor and that he'd been living in his truck parked in John's driveway.
Where's his truck at now?
I have no idea.
Did you do something with it, or?
Officers may be hesitant to believe him, but as they discuss it amongst themselves, John finally speaks up.
Dollar
His
store
answer and
Eminem.
following
Dude,
confession
okay,
make
could
it
we
clear
move on from my absolute perfect impression of Eminem, all right?
that unearthing the truth will be harder than they imagined.
He was staying in his truck, and his truck was here in the driveway, but it got towed away by somebody. And basically, sounds like what he's saying is somebody got rid of it for him.
Sounded
It's
like
a lie.
Iggy Azalea?
I'm sorry, I'm lying to you.
Okay.
What are you lying about? Everything?
I'm not lying about it. I'm lying about that.
But you're not lying about the homicide.
Everything else is true.
Okay. Where'd this all happen at then?
Right here.
JK officer.
Outside, inside?
Right here.
I was
Where we're
just
standing?
joshing
Right here
you
where we're
guys.
standing.
Okay. How many shots were fired? Do you know how many shots you fired? 3?
Let me see if I can check that out.
With little more to go on than a first name, a missing truck, and a less than truthful suspect, police search their database for clues. What they discover next may provide some much-needed answers. 2 months before officers arrived on the scene, this call was placed to 911.
I believe I heard a gunshot. I'm not 100% sure, but it was way too different to be a firework.
Oh.
And then there was 2. They were about, I want to say, 2 minutes apart.
Any idea where they might have been coming from? What direction?
Yeah,
Jesus
it
Christ.
was really close. I believe, honestly, it was next door to me.
Fortunately, the neighbor in question is home. As it turns out, her boyfriend was with her at the time of the incident, and he begins to describe the disturbing details of what he witnessed.
Damn! What that hair though? Holy shit! The fuck? This guy's dripping. Holy shit. Dude, is this Rufio? Holy shit, it's Rufio! Oh my god!
Well, me and my brother were over there playing GTA.
Rufio!
Like 1, 2 in the morning.
Okay.
We heard a boom. Like, I asked him, "Do you hear the noise with it? You?" And he literally opened his door again, point it. I'm not saying gun because I'm not 100% sure. But pointing whatever down, boom.
How would you not be sure if you saw someone point and then heard a gunshot? Like what?
If he was shooting a gun, he would have shot it inside the truck.
Yeah, like right on, like right in the floorboard. You want to be honest?
Oh, it was
That's what it
dark?
looked like at least.
I mean, still.
All
I
that
don't
the
know.
officers need to know now is the location of the handgun.
Well, what are those fireworks you hold? I don't know. Dude, those fireworks that you hold just go That's all it sounds like.
Unfortunately, the answers they get are far from what they want to hear.
How did you kill this person?
With a Russian knife.
A handgun? And you still have this handgun?
Somebody broke in and stole. Somebody broke into my house, and somebody broke into my house since then.
Oh, I'm sure. Surely that's what happened.
Sure, pat him down.
Huh.
We're gonna check. Just make sure you don't have your weapons on you, okay?
Please tell me I could get a little guy on the screen. Subscribe. It's randomized. I think you could only fit like 100 on there, or 50, 60, something like that on there. So if you're not on there, you might be on their next stream if you're a sub.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Oh, they do have a little guy. Never mind.
No guns, no knives or anything? How much have you had to drink today?
A couple.
2.5 of these.
You got probation or anything?
I am.
As officers struggle to get the answers they need from the intoxicated suspect, help arrives in the form of 2 detectives who are determined to uncover the truth. While the first prepares to question John in his driveway, the other heads to the back where the body supposedly lies buried.
He says this is where he buried the body in here. There's the shovel. He says it's not very deep either.
Looks like he even went and got topsoil or something and put it on.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. But this is
bought it.
Yeah, that's true too. He says not very deep, but
I think he had intentions with the gas cans.
Don't know. He's sometimes he
Where
is
are the
very
dogs?
forthcoming, and then
What dogs?
And then he won't. So
his toes.
But see how it's like that in some bricks. There's 2 boards. He just threw together like whatever he had.
That's just weeds in there.
Yeah, that's what.
You didn't plant anything.
Nope, just some grass and some. Alrighty.
While one detective can only speculate,
Wait, what?
unable to disturb the
Why
shallow
laugh?
dirt without the help of a crime scene unit, the other works to uncover what could have driven Jonathan to commit such a grave act. What he claims is more shocking than anyone could have imagined.
Can you just take me from the top of what's going on while we're here today? Tell me in your own terms. Your own way.
In my own way.
Yep.
He was in.
He definitely said it in his own way. I mean, he definitely said it in his own way. All right.
Okay. How did you know?
I had just met.
What do you mean, man?
I don't want to give those names.
Okay. What happens?
Okay, so I lost my job.
What did you lose your job?
I'm thinking about 3 months ago.
Okay. So you lost your job. Somehow you and this, what's his name?
We got into it because he was a random person.
Yeah.
That I met.
Okay.
He asked me.
While the police have redacted this part of the footage, John's initial call to 911 may shed some light on what was redacted.
He was a bad man. He made comments to me. He made comments to me about my son.
Whoa.
About the man wanted to do that, or was accusing you of doing that?
No, well, that because he wanted to.
Whoa.
Gotcha. How old's your son?
He's 8.
It's important to note the truth of the matter has not been verified, and the statements made by John only reflect his opinion on what happened. This disturbing accusation may be difficult to prove, but an unsettling discovery will later shed some light on this subject. For now, the detective will work to get as many details as possible from John.
Well, I mean, like, I can almost understand to an extent. Like, sure, I might not kill the guy who would make the comment, right? I might beat the shit out of him, right? But I don't know about straight up murdering the dude.
I met the guy because we were trying to exchange.
I'd be more understanding if he didn't use the racial slur because that implies he's potentially racially motivated. That could have been a part of it, yeah. I'd hurt a motherfucker that said something like that. Yeah, exactly. If anyone ever said shit like that about my son, I'd beat the living shit out of him. I don't know about killing him, but, you know.
Business. And I shot him.
You were in the house at that point.
I was out here. I was right here where we're standing. Right here. This is right here.
Okay.
Exchange
below
business?
the neck.
Yeah, probably drugs.
That's good stuff.
There's no chance I can grab one more.
No. Oh, yeah.
John now shows the detective where he buried the body.
I don't think he
But
needs
his
one more.
chilling actions as he stands over the makeshift grave will be difficult for officers to ignore.
I feel like I should be talking to a lawyer by now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you should probably have me in cuffs.
Okay.
You're a homicide investigator. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. John, I got
Vigilantism never turns out the best. People go way too far. Yeah. I mean, like, cops go too far loads of times too. But yeah, vigilantism tends to end in a lot of bad stuff.
this call just real quick. If you'll just stay here with Officer Gable for a minute, okay?
His name was Jasper.
Okay.
I'm not sure that was his real name.
Okay. But as far as you know, he's still laying in here. Buried a couple feet down, right?
He is.
Seemingly unnerved by John's silent stare, the officer attempts to get more information about the missing murder weapon.
But you don't have that gun anymore?
I don't. Somebody broke in that window. That window was easily acceptable.
Mm-hmm. Did you report that gun stolen? Did you call the police?
I called the police when an incident happened, and they knew I was, for a fact, in jail. And somebody...
Did you report the firearm stolen, though?
I did not.
Was it your firearm, registered to you, or...?
It was mine.
It was yours? Where'd you get it at?
I got it from a flea market.
Okay.
Just know
Wanna
on
go
the
back
St.
out
Gallen
front with
call
us?
that I spoke with 494
We'll go back out front so we don't have to stand out here.
489
Right?
St. Gallen, as well as
After putting out his cigarette in the dirt over the body buried just a few feet beneath the surface.
Yeah, I think that was the last middle finger to the guy right there, to be honest. I think it was the last middle finger to the guy right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, one last fuck you. Would he count it as a bad guy if he was only protecting his son? Yeah. Like, it was just a comment, right? Like if someone says something that's really fucked up, sure, you could beat the shit out of him, but like killing him, you know, it's like he just said something fucked up.
John returns to the front of the house with the officers. When one officer thinks to ask what brought about his sudden desire to confess, his shocking revelation is not unexpected, as you'll soon learn.
Has the guilt of it been eating you up, or what made you decide to call us?
More like the evidence of it.
Oh.
Okay.
You afraid since you're not paying your rent that your landlord's going to find you back there?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Shockingly, John's first call was not to 911. Knowing that he would soon be evicted, he opted to tell the one person he knew would eventually discover his jaw-dropping secret.
Okay, my name is Adam. I own a property. All I am is the owner. I'm not there right now, but the tenant just called me and said that he killed somebody there.
Okay.
He is there now.
Oh.
He is distraught. I told him that I was going to call you guys as soon as I got off the phone.
Yeah, he's actually on the phone with my partner right now.
I was just trying to keep the gentleman calm as I could keep him.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, that's surprisingly nice from a landlord. Like, trying to keep the murderer calm. I mean, killing someone over words should never be an option. Yeah, like, I'm not going to say I don't understand, because I have a son, right? And if anyone ever said something that fucked up, like, I don't think, like, words couldn't describe the anger that would go through my body if someone ever said some shit like that about my son, right? But still, like, he's probably drunk then too, wasn't thinking. Yeah, they probably were, or on drugs or something.
I'm concerned for his well-being.
What did he say about the son? PDF stuff, PDF file stuff.
And I told him, I said, I have to turn you in if you don't turn yourself in.
John revealed crucial details during his call to his landlord, as you'll hear later.
I don't know what to say. What's the news going to say now? The news is going to say I shot a black man because I was on meth. That's what the news is going to say.
Or were you on meth that night? Did you say?
I was not.
Okay.
I absolutely was not.
Then why did you say it?
Did you use any meth today?
No.
When was the last time you used meth?
This morning.
No, the last time usually is the last time you
I was dabbling.
He was dabbling. Yeah, I dabble in the meth. Hey, do you do meth? I mean, I dabble here and there, you know. I dip my toes in the meth world every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, what the fuck?
John, I want to just run through this real quick to make sure I got it straight. Okay. About 2 months ago, we're talking, this is July, so we're thinking May, early May, late May. Black guy from Colorado named Jasper comes here. You guys are going to make a deal. He's seeking meth, or you're seeking meth.
Oh, I was a meth dealer.
He makes.
I was not. I never tried meth at that time.
Okay, so he's seeking meth from you, right?
Or is he What was your business about?
We were mutually seeking money. I was seeking money to pay rent.
How were you going to get that money?
Plan was just to sell on Facebook. I had a 401k from the job I worked, and I was buying items, and I was intending.
Oh, you were trying to flip items?
To sell them. The reason that I met the guy was because
Why not just use the 401k to pay for your house instead of buy stuff to try to sell it to pay for your house?
Like I needed a mutual bond with somebody. Our agreement was that, and also I draw portraits.
What?
Was there something involved between you two?
I'm sorry.
I just won't misunderstand. There's nothing between you two, right? You and Jasper? Or was there arrangement?
Oh!
For that?
Wait. Portraits. He was drawing portraits. Oh, no. And the dude was a pedophile. Oh, no. Oh, no. And yeah, he did not answer right away. Oh.
There was not.
Okay.
There was his misunderstanding that there would be.
Okay.
He was a gay man.
Okay. Did you ever correspond with this guy on the internet or anything?
No.
Once again, John reiterates his claim that Jasper made advances not toward him, but toward his 8-year-old child.
From what I understand here, there's going to be no proof or evidence of that.
Of him making the advances?
Right.
When one officer circles back to questions regarding the victim's missing truck, John quickly interrupts her to ask a startling question of his own.
For what color? Vehicle-wise, even?
There's no chance I can buy myself more time with a drink.
Well, can't let you have anything else. Can't let you get back in your house at this point.
I think I should just talk to an attorney.
Searching for clues, officers enter John's house but are quickly hit with yet another disturbing realization.
Smells like chemicals. Is he cooking meth?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think bro's lying a little bit here. He's lying a little bit here.
I mean, if you smell in there,
is he cooking meth?
I don't know. Get out of there, Dana.
He might be cooking meth in here. That's going to complicate things.
Yeah, it's much stronger.
I feel so bad for this kid. Yeah, where's his son? That's what I want to know.
I know. I could smell it when you guys pulled that back.
Unable to search the home, investigators hit a brick wall. Without a clear story, no murder weapon, and increasingly confusing answers as to the relationship between the two men, police have no choice but to arrest John and
I was about to ask, how does he even have a son? But I forget that, you know, CPS doesn't really do anything ever.
hope that the truth can be uncovered during interrogation.
You been drinking today? Yes. Okay, this is the first time I've talked to you, correct? You understand what I mean by that?
I should probably talk to a lawyer.
Okay. All right.
Now that the interrogation can't continue because John has asked for an attorney, investigators have no choice but to end the conversation before it begins. An officer soon returns to book him into the county jail, but shockingly, not for the crime which he earlier confessed.
We don't really know what's going on with the stuff you're confessing to. So, for right now, you're just going to go to jail for probation violation since you've been drinking.
Oh, he
So,
has
we're gonna
probation,
figure all this
too.
other stuff out, though. Okay?
Although John's intoxicated state left detectives unable
CPS doesn't do anything until it's too late, basically? Yeah. CPS can't protect shit? Yeah.
to piece together the full story at the scene, crime scene investigators later succeeded in unearthing the body. The victim would later be identified as 33-year-old Jasper Brady. According to police reports, his body was discovered just beneath the flower bed, exactly where John confessed to burying him. He was found cocooned in several layers of trash bags, tarps, and plastic wrap, which were each sealed in duct tape. A later autopsy would confirm the cause of death as 2 gunshot wounds to the chest. Although his body was nearly beyond recognition, the autopsy report noted several details about his appearance. These observations, when compared to the video you're about to see, have spine-chilling similarities. At the time of his death, Jasper's hair was styled in a distinctive low bun. He donned a thin plaid scarf, wore 2 necklaces, and his fingernails were painted.
The heavyweight title of the world, you say? Is that all? Oh, break and show. I'm home.
You know, I'll tell you something. It really sucks turning on my video camera when I do not have what I love in the background. What do I love, you ask? You know what? That is very nice of you asking.
He's zesty?
I can't find anyone that ever asks. Nor care. Nor care to ask. So thank you so much for asking. If you asked. If you did not ask, you're just another.
This video, uploaded on May 19, 2020, is the last video Jasper Brady ever published. Once the house is deemed safe for investigators, they soon discover the trash bags used to wrap.
I mean, I like his outfit, but what the fuck? I guess slay. Guys, remember that potentially he's a pedo, right? I mean, technically we're not certain here, but if we're talking about him drawing portraits and then what he said about his son, I'm starting to catch some some
the body,
PDF
a
file
pair
stuff.
of blue rubber gloves, and the keys to Jasper's missing truck. The truck, which may have been the scene of the grisly crime,
allegedly,
is still missing, along with the gun he used to commit the violent act. No secrets are safe in prison, and one inmate who shares a cell with John informs the investigators about the truck's and gun's location. Unfortunately, upon arriving at the location described by the inmate, the alleged garage where it was being held claimed to have never received a truck matching the vehicle's description. The truck and the gun are still missing. As for John's motive, he tells his landlord what ultimately pushed him over the edge.
You know, when my son was here, and he popped in and asked a question, and the guy asked me, he said, can we sell him?
Oh.
And that, you know, that just, it went under my head, you know, when he said it, and
it upset you, John.
Whoa.
You know, there was a lot of other things on top of it, too.
Right. And I understand that would be a hard thing.
But, you know, but with him, you know.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if I was thinking clearly, I wouldn't have done that.
A later investigation unveiled a disturbing series of Facebook posts that may lend credence to his claims that Jasper held a horrifying secret. In these posts, made only days after John's arrest, they claimed to have been assaulted by Jasper Brady. They later contacted the police and made a chilling request.
Yeah, I have something to say about, you have a murder case you're working on. Jasper Brady was killed a few days ago. I have something to say to your suspect. Tell him I said thank you for killing my.
You say.
Oh!
Tell your suspect, the guy who turned himself in for killing Jasper Brady, that I said thank you for killing my.
While these details are mentioned in the case files, we've not been able to confirm any of these allegations against Jasper Brady as fact.
Hold up. Accidentally a hero?
Jonathan Welsh has a long criminal history with multiple misdemeanor charges from 2006 up to 2022. These include theft, underage drinking, possession of substances, criminal trespassing, and child endangerment, among others.
Well, that makes
In
sense.
the case of Jasper Brady, Jonathan Welsh was charged with murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. He ultimately pleaded guilty to one count of murder, and on August 30th, 2022, 2 years after the incident, Jonathan was sentenced to an indefinite term of 15 years to life in prison. He's currently being...
Honestly, I feel like he'll probably get the 15 years. He's misunderstood. Honestly, I'm starting, like, I do get it, right? I do empathize with the guy. I understand, like, bro was probably drunk or on meth whenever he said that, whenever he said to sell his son and potentially other PDF file things. So, like, I get where he's come. As a father, I get where the anger came from, right? And apparently, Jasper has had other victims, and he's done other things to people. So, I mean...
being held at the Richland Correctional Institution in Mansfield, Ohio, and will be eligible for parole on July 17th, 2035.
It's the one murder case where I'm actually glad he didn't get life. I mean, it's 15 to life, but I don't think he's going to actually get life.
Now it's time to walk away. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Did you laugh or cry or maybe subscribed? I'll thank you either way. You know I will miss you. I hope you return. Tell your friend or your mother to get me more views.